Today we're going to explain the Minn Kota Raptor and its functionalities through the wireless remote that comes with them. We'll talk about each of the different buttons, what their functions are, and why you may want to use them. This video should be a supplement of the operations manual. Obviously that's something that's good to keep in the boat or to refer to before you hit the water. But the first thing we want to explain is obviously the up and down button. That's your deploy and your retract functions that are the most used functions of the remote. So to actually deploy your Raptors, it's a double press of the down button. That'll deploy them down. And then when you're ready to bring those back up, it's just a simple one press to bring them back up. And there are times where you may want to deploy your Raptors partial way. One situation may be backing into your garage to have clearance, maybe going under a very short bridge. But there's two ways you can do that. First way to go down is you can double press twice. And when you want to stop them, you just press it one more time. That'll keep them partially deployed. The other way to do that is to double press, but then hold. And then when you're ready, you just release. And it's actually the same process for up. So if you want, you can press up once and hold. And when you're ready, let go and they'll stop. Or you can press once up and press it again to stop it. Next button we're going to talk about is the anchor mode button over here on the left side. This allows you to change between the different modes, which are soft bottom mode, rough water mode, standard mode, and also auto bottom mode, which is only available on active anchoring models. And that button also allows you to check whether or not your active anchoring model is in active anchoring mode or whether it's disabled. So to change your anchor mode, you're going to single press and continue to single press until you get to the color code that you'd like. We have red here, which is actually rough water mode. We're going to leave it in that mode. The other thing you can do with the anchor mode is identify whether or not your active anchoring is enabled or disabled. You do that by simply holding the button down until you see colors flashing, which we get red, which means it is disabled. So to turn active anchoring back on, we're going to press and hold until the colors appear, and we have green now. So now we know that active anchoring is enabled. The last button we have over here on the right side actually has two functions, but the first one we're going to talk about is anchoring speed. There's three options, slow, medium, and fast. So there may be certain times where you want to set your anchors to be slower, whether you want to be more stealthy or you're in very shallow water. This allows you to do that. So to identify what speed your Raptors are set to, you're going to simply press this button once. The middle mode indicator LED will flash 3 consecutive times. And depending on how fast that flashes, it actually corresponds with the speed of the anchors. So if it flashes very slow 3 times, that's your slow mode. Medium speed will be medium speed for your anchor deployment. And a rapid succession will be your fast speed. So we're actually going to go through that. We're going to press it once, and we're going to press it again to change it. So there you can tell we're in a slow speed. We're going to change that to a medium, hit it again. Now we're in the fastest deployment speed. And you'll see that they deploy pretty quickly. Bring those back up. And now we're going to do this one more time. We're going to see the speed. We're going to change it to the slow speed. Now we're in the slowest speed. Look how much slower those go down. So the other function with these arrows here actually relate to the LED arrows you'll see up here. And in the case that you have dual Raptors like we have here, you can actually select between anchoring and deploying both, or your port or your starboard side. So to do that, you simply hold this button down and you'll see that both start flashing. That means both Raptors are engaged. If we just want to deploy our starboard side, simply all we're going to do is press and hold until it gets to that icon. So if this is facing forward, we're going to wait until we get to our starboard side, and you're just going to simply release that button. So now when you deploy, it's only going to deploy the starboard side. Double tap to press, starboard, our port side stayed up. And now if we want to switch back to dual setup from starboard, we're just going to simply press and hold until we see both arrows show up. Now we're back to dual deployment, good to go. So that's a detailed overview of the Minn Kota Raptor remote and how you can actually utilize all of the awesome features that you have within these Raptor shallow water anchors. If you have any questions, like I said, it's probably a good idea to keep your owner's manual in the boat or reference that before you head out the first time. You can always visit our YouTube channel at Minn Kota Motors and visit our website www.minnkotamotors.com.